Well, these are the questions that the Pakistani establishment needs to answer, just like you're raising these questions, Mariana, but also a word about a clarity on the number of militants who have been involved in this attack, because let's not forget, initially there were reports of 7 militants that was scaled down to 6. Initially, when we began reporting, Mariana, the reports that were coming in were of 10 militants. Are there fears that there could be militants who are still hiding inside that still needs a look into?
Frankly speaking, as I said a few moments before, it's an ongoing operation. Like, it's not cut and dried. None of the media is being allowed to go in, and we are getting bits and pieces from the Air Force spokesperson. Yes, as you said, initially we heard 10. Now, what the Air Force is saying is that there were 6 to 7 attackers, and 5 of the bodies they have claimed. They have lost one of their own security personnel, plus the commander of the air base has been wounded but out of danger and is in hospital. So these are the small details which will continue to trickle in. And of course, one plane has been damaged also. That's another loss for the Air Force. But as I said, it's an ongoing story. Versions will change until the complete operation is finished, and then we have something from the official spokesman.
Mariana Babar, diplomatic editor of the news. Thanks very much, ma'am, for sharing us these inputs. So, Kamra Bhaskar, strategic affairs expert, also with us. So, watching this happen in Pakistan from India, from a global perspective, we know terrorism is not just limited to one country. It happens, unfortunately, far too often here in India as well, these attacks. But given the frequency at which they're happening at military establishments across in Pakistan, you look at the Mehran Naval Air Base strike. Now, this is, of course, certainly alarming, given the kind of weapons available at these places.
Well, clearly, I think there are 2 dimensions to what is happening, even as we speak, in Kamra in Pakistan, in this airbase very close to Islamabad. One is the operations which are still going on, and as Ms. Babar rightly pointed out, this is something that we would have greater clarity hopefully by the end of the day. But it is the larger context, which is that this particular attack, to me, is indicative of the fact that the terrorist forces in Pakistan, particularly the Pakistan Taliban as it is referred to, the Tehreek-e-Taliban, has decided to raise the ante against the Pakistani security forces, particularly the Air Force, in anticipation of greater coordination between Pakistan and the United States, operations which are supposed to be conducted post-Eid. So to that extent, the inference that I would make is that anticipating this coordination, this is actually based on the recent visit of the DG of the ISI, the new DG, Lieutenant General Islam, when he had gone to Washington, and whatever you pick up from the current policy formulations within Pakistan, that A, the US-Pakistan relationship is now more stable, and whether it is the Taliban, the Pakistani Taliban, which is causing anxiety for the Pakistani security forces, or the Haqqani, which is the problem for the Americans, my sense is that the Pakistan Taliban has decided to raise the ante and take a preemptive position, and which is why you're seeing this attack today.